Hey, how's it going? Amelia here. Let's see what's making news. US President Donald Trump has hit back after Twitter slapped one of his tweets with a fact-check label. He's signed an executive order targeting social media companies. Nat explains.
Fact check. F-A-C-T, fact check.
All right, let me bring you up to speed. At the start of the week, US President Donald Trump tweeted out this tweet, which basically said he wasn't a fan of people voting by mail because he reckons postal votes are easy to forge. Twitter, for the first time ever, added a fact-check warning to the president's tweet, saying that the information in his tweet might not be accurate. They didn't actually change or take anything out of the tweet, but Donald Trump wasn't happy.
I think you all see it yourselves. This censorship and bias is a threat to freedom itself. Imagine if your phone company silenced or edited your conversations.
That brings us to the executive order. Basically, the president says he now wants to remove some of the rules that give legal protections to platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. He says they have too much power because while they often can't be held responsible for what their users say, they also have the options to do things like add warnings to his tweets. And he doesn't think that's fair. Twitter, Google, and Facebook have all responded, and they disagree. There are big worries that if these companies are held responsible for what people do on their platforms, it could affect internet freedom and lead to more censorship. It's complicated, but whether or not anything actually comes from all this is a different story.
Fortnite streamer Ninja is hosting a brand new tournament, and there's $600,000 up for grabs. Ninja Battles Featuring Fortnite kicked off today. Ninja's both hosting and playing in the comp, which runs for the next 6 weeks. It features 60 top players, including 2019 Fortnite World Cup champ Bugha. You might have heard the NRL returned last night, but did you hear it return with fake crowd sounds? Yep, with no fans in the stands, broadcasters have been trying to recreate the feeling of a crowd.
Watching the NRL with no crowd
Amalolo, too strong.
versus with added crowd noises.
The grey goes to Sivo. I don't know. Has he got it down or not?
What do you like better? The NRL's hoping this version because it's what fans heard last night when the Eels dominated the Broncos 34-6. When you couldn't see the empty stadium, you kind of believed the cheers were real. And for many, that made it seem a lot more like the NRL season we've been missing. I caught up with the guys behind it all.
Trying to create a crowd, a real living, breathing kind of animal that is a crowd, is a treacherously hard thing to do.
The whole point is to make it as real as possible.
And the way they did it was using some fancy tech called an audio effect render engine.
It's controlled by external forces around the game and external inputs, as well as an operator.
So the crowd you hear is reacting to what's happening in the game.
When something exciting happens, we are there ready to go.
It's all emotional journey. It's all performance. It's all, the crowds are going there to get the same sort of thing that the people in the opera house will be going to see get from an opera.
And these guys were pretty happy with how it all went.
It's game one, it really is game one. So, yeah.
You guys have got a lot of games to go.
Got a lot of games to go.
And now it's time for BMX Bandits, bewildering bugs and big-hearted birds, because this segment is brought to you by the letter B. This Austrian pro rider clearly has too much time on his hands. Fabio Wibner pulled off this awesome trick at home, giving a whole new meaning to taking out the trash, or wheeling the wheelie bin, or bin day. I don't know. Speaking of interesting things in your backyard, people in North America have been finding a lot of these. It's a rosy maple moth, also known as a strawberry banana milkshake moth, or a Pokemon to some. Me, really. And speaking of yellow fluffy things, even Big Bird of Sesame Street fame has been getting around video calls.
Good morning, Big Bird.
Hi there, how are you?
The very wise bird has been spreading messages of hope during COVID-19 and shared the love with ABC Breakfast presenters.
But, we're all in this together, and we can lend a hand or a wing, in my case, and just help one another, and it could be as simple as sending somebody a virtual hug. Have you ever tried that?
No. How's it go? Can you show us?
Oh, yeah. It's like this.
If you like virtual hugs, then you should press that subscribe button because we give them every day through interesting stories.